Sharon, are you guys fine?
When you were not here, we were very energetic.
So I should go back.
No,
they are still on holiday.
Okay, so I think can someone? I think someone can help me. Nkugambi, you, that's how students be in class. So you all said that you were seeing the Windows screen. Okay, and I guess you are seeing it now. Yeah, Sharon, we heard you. I heard, because Sharon, you posted, if we heard you, you posted in the chat. And did you hear me? Yeah, we heard you. And a Happy New Year, Sharon. Peter is the only person I think has joined, but I've not heard his voice.
Hi. Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year, Peter. How are you?
We are getting through.
Okay, that's great. So Peter, I'm on my equipment. How does it sound?
It sounds really fine enough. I think I can, the decibels I can see, I hear as if you lowered them. Or you're using a limiter. Are you using a limiter?
I'm not using a limiter, but because I'm using a Focusrite, I had kind of taken its gain to about 70, but you know, the microphone I'm using is these microphones that are really low on gain, that are silent, the dynamic microphones.
Oh, dynamic,
yeah, because I'm not using, what are the others? The condenser. I'm not using a condenser.
It really sounds really fine. I can hear you and the audio is clean enough.
Okay,
that's good.
That's nice.
I watched the clip you said, the clip you posted on YouTube.
Oh, my channel, was it yesterday or today? Because I think it was yesterday.
Yeah.
It
was a nice one. I liked it.
Oh, thank you. I've posted another one on the Ebo State channel for Node. People who want to learn Node. So, but on the Ebo State channel, there are some tutorials about coding that I've done. And I think for Node, there are 5. So if you just want to learn Node, you go there. The episode 1 shows you the introduction. Today, it's been the 5th episode. And these are, because our software development students use them. We teach them remotely. We no longer allow them to come to the premise because the premise is small and most of them, they come from far places or they are constrained by transport. So it makes life a little bit hard for them. Yeah, so we decided let's record. That's why you've seen me really straining to make sure I get the equipment.
Wow. I see you have done a good work. You can work with that.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I'll go on improving. There's some shipment at the shipping company that I'm waiting for. So probably to also boost up things. Yeah, if it arrives.
Are we also recommended to go there or
to go to the what?
Advanced, the Node classes?
The Node classes actually are for beginners in Node. However, it's I recommend that someone should have some JavaScript knowledge. Yeah, you know, because Node is particularly a back end for JavaScript. JavaScript in the back end. Like you see the PHP we are doing, if you don't know or if you've forgotten, the reason we are doing PHP is at the end of the day to be able to develop back-end apps, okay? Because PHP is primarily meant for back-end. people would be like, what are you talking about? PHP is the one behind WordPress. Yeah. So WordPress relies on PHP in terms of backend, and it heavily relies on a lot of JavaScript front-end frameworks, plugins, and so on and so forth to bring the interfaces we see. Okay. So, but if you learn Node, okay, what I would say is that every programming language you learn, it's to your advantage. However, if you know that there's no programming language you know very well, don't jump on another language until you finish the one you started with. Makes sense?
Yeah, true.
All right. Thank you for that. So if you see, Sharon said she does not understand. I don't know what you meant, Sharon, that you don't understand. Me, I don't know the difference. Maybe you meant in the audio or the microphones. I don't know, but I'll leave it at that. And I'm really happy we are full house. We are 7 people. Isn't that amazing? I think it's really amazing. Yeah. So, oh, Sharon, stick to stick to your design, to your user interface design and web design. You are good at that. Leave these things of generals to generals. Peter only understands. I also don't understand. Yeah. So, okay. Now, last time we looked at if someone can remind me, can remind us, like, let me pick Stephen. He likes to be interactive and yeah. So Stephen, if you can remind us, what do we most likely look at in week 6?
David.
Yes, sir.
I don't remember anything, Vanang.
You can try to read.
Papa was saying Arabic everywhere. So,
but you said you had a ninja on your side who would show you and turn it into Luganda. That's what you said.
no,
Where did you go?
yeah, the ninja is there. He's good at these things of yours, but the things of teaching, now I have to first teach him how to teach.
Oh.
That's what I'm doing these first weeks.
Yeah, so
then he will
teach.
start teaching us.
Oh, that's amazing. So you teach him how to teach, then he teaches you how to then
how to PHP.
I like this. I like this.
Yeah, he jumps from one thing to another, then you see, then the Arabic becomes Arabic square. Then I told him, man, I'm not going to pick anything.
Then Arabic becomes Hebrew.
Maybe. So
okay.
this week, last week and this week, I'm giving him how to break things into sequences.
To simple
I'm teaching
modules.
him that. Then I'm simple modules, not to skip from one to the other, and then things of explaining a concept and answering the whys. Like if you teach me PHP, you have to tell me why I have to learn PHP. When you teach me Apache, when you tell me Apache, tell me what Apache is. Give me a brief about it. When you're telling me Simanya, Maria, DB, Vavici, tell me why. When you tell me Poti, Poti Eganye, tell me what is the port. So that's what I'm trying to show him. Then after this week, you'll be very good to teach me.
Wonderful. Wow. It seems you were good. You're a good trainer. You were good. I don't know. They call them what? Effective communicator. And I think that's the element. Yeah. That's a good compliment. Thank you. But I don't know. I still find myself missing. I want to really improve when it comes to teaching. I really want to improve. Yeah, I'm not where I want to be.
You man.
Really? Thank you very much. Yeah. So someone else can volunteer, and we see, if we, who can volunteer. Let me pick again. Can I pick the ladies? There are 2. Oh, by the way, is Maureen? You know, Maureen is missing. So, Fanny, the first in the house. Let me hope you've not gone on holiday. What did we look at last time when you were in Zimbabwe? Guys, don't tell me Fanny has just ran away. Okay, as Fanny is still arranging herself, Sharon.
I'm around.
Hey, okay. You've just saved the Sharon because I think she's out there eating. And she was like, oh my God, they have got me. So, Fanny, go ahead, please.
Yes.
Yeah, what
The
did we
last
look
session
at?
we looked at operators.
We've looked at operators like 3 or 4 sessions. So the last what
Was another question?
Yeah, but what did we specifically look at in operators in the last session? What were the specific things?
We looked at what operators are, and we also covered some examples of operators. Sorry, are they types or examples?
They can
Stephen,
be
you
both.
can tell us one example.
This lady is good. Yeah, Stephen, they have passed the ball to you.
What is she saying?
Yeah, let her say it.
Hello?
Yes, Fanny, go ahead and tell Stephen what you just asked him to give us. Okay, Stephen, she was saying that
I
last.
told Stephen, sorry, I'm pausing because I'm coughing.
Sorry about that.
I said that we looked at operators, and Stephen could give us some types or examples of operators we looked at in the last session.
Okay.
Hey, Penny. Penny. You're still coughing.
Okay, assignment operator is one. I've just given an example.
In the last session. Yeah, so let me ask.
Not unmuting. Yes, Fanny is right.
What is she right about?
I also remember assignment.
Mm-hmm.
Then I remember not equals to.
Okay. Okay, that's good. Actually, Sharon, it seems like you are trying to get to the exact session we ended at. When you mentioned that you remember the not equals to, that is like, it's like you're saying that you remember what we covered in the last session. So can you make your answer better, or can you add more?
We remembered. Sorry. We looked at how to make comparisons without using control flows or without using conditional statements.
Yeah. So basically, we looked at comparison operators. Thank you very much, Sharon. So, Peter, do you remember anything? Can you add to Sharon's and Fanny's answer? Hello, Peter. Are you there?
Oh, pardon?
No, I was just saying that you gave a good answer. So I was requesting Peter to add on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, thank you.
I have nothing to add on.
Mister, where are you?
I'm still catching up.
Okay, it's all right. By the way, I don't know. I don't know if after these sessions, do you ever go back to those videos, for example? Do you go and do your own, testing, try and error? Because I think that's the only way you are going to be able to really grasp the things. But I mean, I understand there's always a gestation period when you are learning something. Yeah. So let me go all the way to Henry. Henry, do you remember anything we covered in the last session? Were you on? I think you were. Yeah.
I think I was.
Mhm.
And we looked at the comparison operators. I think it's the same lecture where we also looked at the increment and the decrement.
Okay. Okay. Okay, thank you very much. So let me go all the way to David. David, are you there? Say hi and also tell us what you remember in the things we covered last time.
Yes, hi everyone. Sorry I was a bit late, but I'm glad I could make it. Yeah. So last time we looked at, I think we looked at comparison operators. And then we also looked at the increment operators. Okay, increment. Okay, increment, decrement. While comparing. And then equivalence. Yeah, those are the ones that we looked at.
Okay, thank you, David. So thank you, all of you. And I think you are all right. In this session, that was operators session 3, we looked at comparison operators. Then the prior session, we looked at the increment and decrement. That's where we looked at, I think, what was it? Yeah, the decrement and the increment. And then we looked at various examples of incrementing and decrementing. So in this lecture, in the exact last one, we looked at comparison operators, and among the comparison operators, the ones we looked at was the equality operator, which checks if things are of the same value, but it doesn't really care whether they are also of the same data type. So for example, if you find two people of David's height, that is my height, not David and yours, but of my height, and you want to compare if our height is the same, you say yes. But then if you are checking for equality, you might say equivalence, you might say not, because you might find that we have the same height, but we don't have the same mass. You may find that we have the same height and mass, but we don't come from the same tribe. That's how I can relate the equality and equivalent operator. We also looked at the greater than, we looked at the less than, then we looked at the not equal that Sharon has spoken about. We looked at, in fact, I remember Peter telling us to give more examples. We looked at the equality, and there are other operators you can check on internet, like the greater than or equal, less than or equal, not equivalent. So for example, if I can, let me copy this code. Guys, do you still see my screen? Because I don't want to do it before you do whatever. I don't want to go ahead if you don't. Let me check in the chat. All right, Fanny says yes. All right.
Yes.
Okay, that's great. So I'm creating a new folder here, and I'm gonna call that week 7. And inside this folder, I'm gonna create another folder, and I call it Tuesday. And inside this folder of Tuesday, I'm gonna create a file, and I'll call it index.php. Then the other file, the other file that I'll add here is the style.css. Because I don't want to write a lot of code, I'll write the boilerplate. Like we said, the boilerplate, you put the exclamation mark and the tab key. I think I first have to save the file before I do that. Then, CSS, sorry. So this exclamation mark works in HTML and PHP, but not in CSS files. So I do that, and we're gonna say operators in the title, session 4. All right, and I'll paste the code that I copied. Remember the code I copied from sessions week 6. So I'll type, I don't know why the start menu keeps whatever opening up. So I'll write section over here, and then I'll close section, and I'll paste the code I've copied from the other side. And then I'll also come in week 6, and I'll copy the styles from there and paste them in the styles of this week. Then I will apply the container to this. I'll apply the container class. Remember, we defined the container class in CSS, and I think I have to bring, yeah, that's a little bit fast, but don't you worry, because I mean, you've already seen this. So I have to bring the link to my style. So I'll paste it here, and I've copied it from week 6. So, and I've pasted it on line number 8, just in case you are wondering, maybe if you are looking at things and they feel too fast, they look too fast. So that's it. And I will save that file. Then I'll go ahead and close week 6. And I'll also, let me see, where's week 6? Yeah, I also close this from week 6. Then I'll create some real estate. Yeah. Now, the other thing, okay, now what we can do is we had adopted using HTML properly. So the first heading in this document should be operators session 4. And I'll close the H here, and I'll save. Now, you see, when I save, these things don't arrange themselves. There is something called, because if they could arrange themselves, this tag here on line number 13 would have been around there in that line. That's how they would look. Okay, then this tag on line number 26 would also have been here, would also have been indented one step. But for you to achieve that, you use something called a prettier, but these sessions are beyond that scope. I mean, they are below that scope, so we can't look at them. Now, we want to look at the greater than or equal. The reason we need to do operators is because in programming, much of the things we do have some mathematical element, or they have some decision-making element or comparison element. So without that, without learning these things that can empower us to achieve that, then we can assume that we are not proper programmers. You see, today there's AI. I don't know if you've heard about something called ChatGPT. I just wrote a thread about it before the year ended, and I want to make a video around it. A lot of programmers are using AI to write code for them, but I can assure you that if you're a beginner who does not know what these symbols mean, then even if you use AI, you might land on errors that you'll never be able to fix. And instead of AI helping you, you may end up losing a lot of time, you know? So that's why I suggest that we hang on and learn these basics. They will be helpful. Is that okay? Can somebody say okay or not okay?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, thank you. So the greater or equal is, you do this comparison. So for example, if you want to know that, let me say, if you want to know that a business, you know, made profit that is higher than the, made the profit in December higher than November, and you have the two profits. For example, they give you two figures, but you don't see them with your eye. Or you know that programmers build software, and the software we build it for users. So you may build for your customer, and your customer will just, you give your customer an interface where they can enter information, and then they see results. So if someone wants to enter the November and December profit and compare and know whether he or she performed better or bad, what would you do? You know, so assuming that November, we are going to put here a PHP tag here, and we shall say that profit November, or you can just say November profit equals to, let's assume it was 750, you know, like that. And then we are going to have another December profit, you know, and for it, it's 1,200,000. Okay. We are not focusing on a currency. We are just giving an example. If these are the values that the user provided, okay? So I can also put a comment here and say November profit. And I can put here December profit. Okay, so those are comments that can guide you in the future if you are reviewing code. So we come here, we want the people who are on our website to see this information on the browser, on the interface. So we say, is November profit greater or equal to, I'll put something here, or equal to December profit, you know, so that's a question mark. Now this is going to print out a statement, and that statement, I expect it to look like this. Let me put a comment here, an HTML comment here. So I expect that statement to look like, is 700 750,000 greater or equal to 1,200,000 and a question mark, you know. That's so this line I've written on line number 22, no one will see it on the web page because we said that comments are ignored. The system does not process them. They are for you, the developer, to review and remember what you are doing. And for beginners, I encourage that you adopt the behavior of putting comments in your code. All right. So we shall go over here in the dump and compare. So what do you think what result do you think we're gonna get? What result do you think we're gonna get? This is a comparison which is supposed to just give us a false or a true. So what do you think we're gonna get in this case?
False, false, false.
False, huh? Okay. Okay, let's see. Let's see, who else thinks it's false?
I'm still looking at the code.
It's okay. Which line of code do you want to understand?
21.
21. Great. So line 21, I knew that it could confuse some people. But line 21, I could as well write it like this. Like line 22. I could as well write it like this. Okay, is that now understandable? Okay, break it down for me and I see if it's understandable. Or I see if I can make it better.
Why equaling it?
More understandable.
Come again, Fanny?
21 is more understandable.
For me, 22.
Okay, so Sharon, could you try to explain?
Is you're checking whether November profit is greater than or equal to December profit, but you're well, you want it, what do I, no, I was just asking you a question before I explain.
Yes, please go ahead.
Why don't we just say, first wait, that is.
I'm listening.
Okay. Why don't we just say echo, PHP echo, and then we put the variable November profit greater or equal to the other variable. Why are we putting each of them in their own PHP tags? Yes.
Okay, good. Yeah, so this line here on line number 21 is equivalent to this line. So this section that I've highlighted is equivalent to all of this. So I want to break that down first, okay? I want you to understand that first, all right? Then here we are bringing the value. So November profit on this line number 21 is a placeholder for this, okay, for 750,000. So we want the value of that is stored in November profit to be output at this stage. Is that okay? Yeah, now we want it to be output on the browser. So we want the moment after the word is, we want to have the value in November profit. What's the value in November profit?
750,000.
Yeah, so we want to say is 750,000 greater or equal. And this, whatever here, this one, I can even write greater or equal to. Then I can put this sign here, but I never wanted to do that. The reason I don't put everything in PHP, okay? I am avoiding, at this stage, I'm avoiding something called the memory block, whereby some people might not understand concatenations, okay? So for example, if I did not do this, the other way I would do it is this way. And I think that people would not really get it. So the other way I would do it is, let me show you. I would have written it this way, which I'm thinking that some people would not have understood well, because we've not formally looked at concatenations. So I have to zoom out a bit. Just a moment. I have to zoom out a bit. All right. So now this line number 22. By the way, do we have Stephen and Peter on?
Yes, for me, I'm even happy.
You are happy?
Yeah.
What's making you happy?
They are asking something for me. I understood a long time ago, so I'm happy now.
Okay, that's great, Stephen. So Peter, are you there? Peter is not there. He went away. The reason I'm asking Peter and Stephen a lot is that I know that they are not refreshers in programming. So,
what are they?
They are aspiring programmers.
Masqueraders.
I don't know, but I don't even know what the term masquerader mean, but it's okay. So, what can we say? So let me ask, have you understood line number 22, Fanny and Sharon?
Yeah.
Yeah, so when I
thinking,
it's
sinking in the brain.
Okay, that's great. So Sharon, this line number on line number 22, to many programmers, even to you, probably it could have been simple, okay? Probably it could have been simple, but then to people who have not known these dots wouldn't have understood. So I decided that thank you. So I decided that let PHP handle PHP and let HTML handle HTML. So let me, wow. Yeah. So it's like this. is, so what I was writing is this, is dash, okay, let me say dash dash and dash dash greater than. So we have, this is the statement we are trying to generate, okay? Is this greater than or equal to this? And we show a question mark. So what we did, what is gonna put the value of this dash is this line here, this section, okay? Then this section here, that highlight will be handled with HTML, not with the PHP. Then we shall have another value brought from December by PHP. And after that, we shall have the question mark brought by HTML, not PHP. Yeah. Stephen, are we still on track?
For me, I was on the track from where you started it.
My goodness, that's good. So, Sharon, how are we now?
We are now fine, because what was confusing me was I thought you wanted to print the word.
The word?
November profit. But
okay.
but I've understood that you are picking the value.
Okay, yeah. So now I think this brought the confusion, but let me just do this. Let me write November profit there. And I'm going to remove this phrase here because I think now our explanation has broken down things. And December profit. So now is it clear?
Yes.
Is it clear now? All right. And we expect
now for me on the other side, it's kind of hard.
Which one is hard, Peter?
That line 26.
No.
I was able to grasp it when it was the other way. But anyway.
But anyway.
It is okay.
Yeah, I like this. I like the spirit.
But I have my question.
Yes, sir.
Now, the other first statement which you wrote, there was no echo, the echo word. Does it mean we can ignore echo and still get our things, our results?
As long, in the place of echo, you see the area highlighted?
Yeah.
In the place of echo, you have to write that. But
even in my first PHP file, I can write that.
Yes, but be careful, because if you are a beginner, you may get yourself confused. You may call it an assignment operator.
Okay.
Actually, that's a point. Because remember, PHP.
Sharon, are you Christian?
Yes.
Do you know the story about Baturumao?
No.
True or false? Does Sharon know about Baturumao?
Yeah. Okay, go ahead, Bambi.
Yeah. So because the tags use the greater than and less than sign. So when you're working with operators, you can confuse yourself. Is this the tag in this place? So it's the operator. So for me, I would rather avoid. I would rather go with the other way.
With this one. That one. Yeah, I'm sure, if I don't forget, when we start working with the strings, there is something called the string formatting. You will love that. You will love that. Because I know that as programmers, we all want to pick styles that are easy to us. You may find that the echo is easy to you. Then you may find that the other one is easier for Steven. And it's for different reasons. Sometimes experience, sometimes laziness, because I mean, as a programmer, as a programmer, one thing you should embrace is being lazy, because whenever you are lazy, you find the cheaper solutions.
Yeah, as said by Bill Gates.
Let me see. Let me read someone. I've also seen it does not have the PHP when opening. Yeah. That's it, David. So that's it. Doesn't have PHP. So it opens like this, and definitely that. By the way, never open a PHP like this. Use this only when you are going to print something. So if you are just opening PHP the way I did on line number 17, and you do this, no, it's going to bring errors. Okay. So for me,
David,
yes, please.
Someone was explaining that you do not use that when you're working with operators.
Someone?
Yes, I had someone say something like that. That you do not use on line 22 when you're opening the echo replacement. That you do not use that when you are working with operators.
When you are working with operators like the concatenation and the comparisons.
Oh, yeah.
It's not something I remember, but it could be true. It could be true because it's like it itself is like an operator. You get, so it might end up doing things. That's why you see that here on this line number where I put it, it was just outputting a value. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. Now, how can I comment this one? I think this can comment it.
Coach.
Yes, please, David.
Does that imply that that operator? Okay, it's not an operator. That printing thing that you've just written. Does that imply that it can't be used before the PHP tag? Before opening a PHP tag?
No, it can. It can. But what I meant is that you cannot use it. You cannot substitute it for opening PHP. It can work as long as the file is .php. Okay, it can work anywhere. And if its purpose is to output something, but not to open the PHP. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yes, it does.
Okay,
thank you.
That's one. You are welcome, David. So I will comment these lines that I brought in to explain. I like it when the sessions are interactive. By the way, Henry, is he there? There's some silence.
Loud and clear, I'm following.
Okay, that's great. So, why is it that they are showing me some errors somewhere? Let me just, I'm trying to comment, mixing comments, so things might backfire, but, I was doing it wrong. And all right, so what I'm going to do now, yes, and you can see this error that is being brought is that I'm trying to comment, yet this thing here wants to echo. So they are telling me, you don't do that. So maybe the best thing I could do, is it this? Let's see. Yeah, so now I want to go to our browser. And what do I do in the browser? I think I enter localhost and then PHP mentorship, week 7, Tuesday, enter, and is November profit, which is 750,000, greater than or equal than December profit? No, so it's false, okay? And that's good that we are getting something like that. And many people had already predicted that we are going to have a false, because 750 and what? 750, 1.2 is 750 is lower, so it has to give us a false. If we turn it to, guys, look here, if I turn this, you see the greater than is a symbol, is the right hand bracket, and the less than is the left hand bracket. It faces the less than faces at the left, the greater than faces at the right. And the commonality is that they are both at the left of the equal sign or equal. Yes, they are both at the left. So you don't have to really struggle, but you can memorize that. Now let's see what this one tells us. Does it tell us true? Okay. And it tells us true, the Boolean true. All right. So I think we are good, isn't it?
We are.
All right. Now, which operator have I forgotten? Now there's another operator, okay, which is a very, very good operator. I'll remove this description here, and it's the operator we are going to finish with, I think, in terms of comparisons. It's called, what did I do the other side? I want to copy this one, and this small operator here is an operator many programmers don't want, but it's very simple once you understand it. Okay. So this operator is a question mark and a colon, whereby you have the condition before the question mark. If the condition returns true, this item after the question mark is output. But if the condition is false, the whatever is at the right of the colon is produced. It's the shortest if-else statement in many programming languages. I think it does not exist in programming languages like Python and Java, but it does exist in programming languages like PHP, JavaScript, and others. So how can we do this? For example, you see we've compared the November salary. Now we are going to compare the November salary in a better way. So we can say that we shall put the condition as November, okay, greater, you see me, I need to put PHP here. So I'll put a PHP, which is going to echo out something after comparing. So it will say, you're going to compare is November profit greater than December profit. Then we shall say, if the condition is true, we shall output that November, no, we shall output you performed better in November. Okay, or I can say business performed better in November. So allow me do something called the word wrap to break the lines of code. Then you see this question mark, it has come after the condition. So the syntax is condition, question mark, true statement. I'll say, let me just say true.
Maybe before we continue.
Yes.
Let me ask like Steven. I'm asking on behalf of Steven. About the word wrap.
Mm.
Yes. More light.
Yeah, The word wrap is that, do you see when I click on VS Code, do you see the drop down?
Yes.
All right. So word wrap is down here, but what it does is that it breaks the lines of code. It's like it creates a margin at the right side of the editor so that lines don't run all over, because if they run all over, I'll need to scroll horizontally for you to see. You get, and that might, if I scroll horizontally, then you won't see what's at the left. So what I've done is that you can see that line number 32 is running like this, then it breaks and goes to down, but it's still line number 38. You see that?
You first highlight the whole line.
Line number 38 goes like this, okay? Then it continues down. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Yeah, otherwise, without the word wrap, see how it would look. Yeah, thank you for asking. Without the word wrap, you see line number 38. For you to see it fully, do you see where the word November is?
Yes.
So now I have to scroll like that. And when I scroll like that, you don't see what's there at the left. Do you?
No.
So for me to be able to show the entire line, I go to word wrap. And what word wrap does, it breaks the longer lines, okay? Wraps them around. I think now it's clear.
Yeah, thank you.
You are welcome.
And then also, thank you for asking on behalf of Stephen. Now I'm also asking, I'm also commenting on behalf of Henry.
Okay.
Yes,
why did you leave is out before that line 38? Is
here I don't want to give an answer of, I don't want to give a question of is November greater than, no.
Okay,
here
I get you. Continue with our line.
Okay. Someone wrote in similar to Excel. Oh, thank you, Sharon. Yeah. All right.
Okay. But thank you, Henry, for the question. I was also confused with word wrap.
Okay. Oh, that's good. Thank you for complimenting each other, guys. So here, I'm now asking, is November profit greater than December profit? If it is, print out business performed better in November. Otherwise, print out business performed better in December. You see that? So I can say, I can put a paragraph here and say, assuming I break the line using the break line, assuming November profit is, then I put that and I put the printing of November profit. Yeah. And then I break down, I use another HTML. Then I say November, assuming profit breakdown. I think this is better. Assuming profit breakdown is December, November 2022, December 2022. Then I echo December profit, and yeah, I think that's it. So I think this one is gonna be better. And now, Peter, we come to what you are saying, that we can't use this operator here on when we have operators. Yeah, that's it. Because I see they are showing us an error here. Let's see if they will print the error and on the browser. So I'm going to refresh here. Oh, they have not. So the other was just highlighting. So assuming profit breakdown is November 2022 this, December 2022 this, business performed, ma'am, what grammar is this? Business performed better in December because November, oh, wait, yeah, let's see, is November performed, yeah, that's it, it's correct. So people, have you got it? Or does anyone want to have a question? If you are confused, we can go through it before we proceed to something that is gonna conclude today's session.
Let's go through it.
Okay. So the breakdown of the ternary operator is that the syntax, okay, is, let me just do.
Just a question before you continue. So the ternary operator does not have a special sign like other operators.
It has this question mark and this colon.
But they are not together.
No. Why are they not together? Because the ternary operator is made up of 3 segments. It is made up of the condition segment, the true segment, and the false segment. Okay? So, let me just change these words here to sections instead of statements.
Statement was okay.
Statement was okay. Okay, let me leave it at that. So what I'm saying is that the ternary operator has 3 sections. The first section is the condition. The second section, which comes after the question mark, is the true statement or segment. And the third is the false statement. So if you come down here on line number 42, line number 42, okay, for better clarity, let me put the echo here, okay? Let me put the echo there. Is that okay? So we are saying that when we run this condition, if we get a true out of this condition, for example, when we compare the certain condition here on line number 31, the output was a true or a false, right?
Yeah.
But now, on line number 42, we are not interested in seeing the output as true or false. We are interested in something that the user will understand. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
Now, we bring this condition which compares 2 things. And if here it's true, this statement after the question mark is printed out, okay? Otherwise, the condition after the colon is printed out. And you can see that we very well know that November, November has a figure which is less than December, the figure in December. So that means that what is being printed out is this one, this, okay? We can actually continue and, just a moment. We can actually bring another statement to help you, which is gonna say, we can say business performed poor. Let me see. Business performed bad in what? No, we can just say business performed bad in November here. So if November's profit is greater than the December's profit, we shall say that business performed better in November. Okay. But if November is less, we shall say that business was bad in November. So what would you expect to get, Sharon? On line number 46. What would you expect? What result do you expect?
Let's go back. No, and I see the values of November profit and December profit.
Are these?
November profit 750, December profit 1 million. Okay, let's go back to the other line. Okay,
Good.
echo. November profit greater than December profit. If it's true, print business performed better in November, and if it's false, print business was bad in November.
Why?
November profit is less than December profit.
That's a fact.
Yes, that's the fact.
But the
So,
answer is
wait.
Stephen.
The answer is business.
November.
Business performed better in November.
Is that what we're gonna get?
1 November was better in business.
Okay. Yeah. I'm still reading the code. Ternary operator. Condition. If the condition is true, print. Okay. Now I get the word statement is confusing. Sections is better. If the condition is true, print this statement, the first statement. And if the condition is false, print the last statement. Now going back to line 46. November profit is greater than December profit. No, it's not true.
So
it's not true. So it's going to print the second statement,
which is reading.
Business was bad in November.
Wow, congratulations.
Yes, now I get it.
Yeah.
After a long explanation. David.
Yes, please, sir.
Now, for me, I'm a teacher. Now, I want you to do for us just one more example, just for fun, where a student gets marks, maybe like 300 in total. Eh?
Okay, just a moment. Yeah, so we say student marks, total mark, right?
Total mark.
Total marks equals 300.
300.
Okay.
And then the pass mark is 350.
Is it 350?
50.
Yes.
Now you can't open your PHP.
So you want me to you want us to know if the student passed or not? All right. So
promoted and they will repeat.
Okay. So who can I think who can tell me what to write?
Student total marks.
No, you are the one who has brought the scenario.
Hey.
So someone else should, you know, come in and tell me what I should write based on the condition on the ternary operator. So we don't want to output anything like bool true or anything like bool false.
No.
We want to put, yeah.
Report.
I like you. Yeah. So guys, let's go. Let's go.
Okay. Open PHP. Please open.
Online 52, right?
Echo. Hey.
Yeah, these people don't know how to copy and paste.
We want to check. We want to check the student marks, right?
We want to know.
No, we are not checking for their marks.
We are checking.
We want to know whether they are promoted,
or they are repeating.
Okay. If echo student total marks. Student total marks is greater than pass mark. Greater than.
Greater than just. Really?
Okay. Greater than or equal to pass mark. Then question mark. Open quotes.
This time I'll use these quotes.
Yes.
Promoted to Saturday class.
Yeah, you have been promoted to the next class or to the next lesson.
To the next session, right? Okay.
Yes. Then colon. Please try again.
Remain with the amateurs.
Guys,
to know that we have failed, even the SP of promoted has failed.
Peter, actually, we can be honest. Peter, okay, yeah. So can I test it out?
Yes.
Okay, let's use our compiler. The head. Peter, what answer are we getting here?
Man, I'm just waiting for the print, Kubanga.
The answer is please try again.
Yeah, please try again.
Henry, how long did it take you to process?
Actually,
I processed before the statement.
You guys are gonna give birth to artificial intelligence, intelligent kids.
Can I tell you what was confusing me at first? So what was confusing me at first is because when we are working with if statements, like a real statement, what we put in the like after the condition is a statement that is executable. And here the difference I've realized the difference is that what we put in is what we want to see, what should be returned to the user, not the something result. Executable. Yes.
Exactly. It can be executable, but it had better been a result. So this one is also known as, let me put it here, aka inline condition, inline conditional statement. Okay, so that's why you were getting confused, but don't worry. So let's preview and give one more example. Okay, so here we are saying please try again, just like Mr. Onyango said. Okay, yeah, which is really true. Now maybe what I did not output on the browser are the marks, so I can output the marks here, like student marks.
Total mark.
Yeah, total mark. Total marks or total mark. I don't know if I'm grammatically correct.
Okay.
Okay, then I will do this, and then I have to put a paragraph here because I want it to be on its line. I don't want it to collide with others. So what I like about the class we are having is that we are learning a couple of things. We are not just learning PHP alone. So if you are thinking that we are learning PHP alone, better change and know that we are improving at HTML as well as we are learning PHP. Is that understandable or clear?
I've enjoyed this class today. The problem is I even don't know what we are studying. What was today's session?
Guys,
operators.
We are still looking at
the fourth session of operators.
Okay.
And we are looking at we've looked at, I think, two operators, the greater than and or equal, and then the ternary operator. Yeah.
Then you should also guide me on which food to eat, because by morning I have forgotten even what we did.
By the way, something I wanted to inquire, David.
Yes.
With the operator that was replacing the echo, when you're using an HTML, when you're working with HTML and you're using PHP tags, does the condition still apply, or it causes error?
I don't know if I've understood your question. Can someone help me understand it, or can you? I don't know if I've understood properly.
In an HTML file.
Oh no. By the way, one thing I have to tell you, PHP will never run in HTML files. That's why you see that here we have index.php. If this was index.html, anything in these PHP things would not work.
Oh.
Yeah. That's it. So thank you for asking that. Yes, yes.
It looks as though we are writing PHP in HTML, and yet you're writing HTML in PHP.
No, we are writing PHP in HTML, but we are writing HTML in PHP, or let's say we are mixing, because there's a time when we may output PHP tags with HTML. But the other thing is that, actually, thank you, Peter and Sharon, for bringing this up. The other reason why I brought up this way is that always and always in your life, avoid outputting HTML using PHP. In other words, avoid using PHP's echo statements or print statements to output HTML. Yeah, that's why you see that we are writing the HTML tag. For example.
For example.
Just a moment.
Let me give an example. Now, a heading like H3 or H1, HTML can do that. You don't need PHP to do that for you. Let PHP concentrate on what it knows best. those conquered because of it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Is it okay?
Yeah, that's a perfect answer. Yeah, that's a perfect answer. Now, let me give you a little bit of an advanced answer. Okay? Though you may not really understand it, but Sharon, because you are building websites already, and probably Stephen, you understand. You know, when we build websites, there is something known as caching. Have you heard about caching?
Yes.
So caching, you usually do it to improve the performance of websites, isn't it? And usually the way caching works on the browser side of things is that it saves part of the HTML, the scripts, the JavaScripts, the CSS and HTML on the user's browser, such that when someone goes to the same web page, instead of the browser going on the server to suffer from latency, what it does, it loads what it already has in the browser. The user might not know. All right. Now, if there's a section of that web page that has to be output by PHP, what this means is that that section might take time because PHP is server side. It does not run in the browser. Apache must process it first. And the Apache is not in the browser. If Apache was in the browser, we would not even have to install XAMPP, MAMP, WAMP. No, we would not. Okay. So that would mean that someone might see part of your page and they don't see the other things because PHP is still processing them. And if internet is off, you are doomed. So that's why you should avoid making PHP output HTML tags.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's for improving the performance of your website or your app or your web application. Yeah, all right. And I'll give you an example of how to do it, but let's first see this on the browser. Yeah, so I've output the student marks. Student total marks is 300. Pass mark is this. Student should try again, okay? So now the other thing of the ternary operator is that this is the third. Who can give me some other scenario that I can use? We use the profits and the teacher brought the student idea, then the studio guy. Can you also give us an example, maybe on DBs and something like that, Peter?
I have an example.
You have an example. So you are substituting Peter. All right, go ahead. You eat the chicken. So what's your example?
The weather.
Do you like weather? Okay, tell us. Tell us what do you want us to compare with the weather?
Weather equals like to compare sunny and rainy day.
Okay.
Hot and cold.
Yes.
Or warm
If it
and
is
cold.
cold, get married.
So just replace hot with January.
But Peter, I can call you and you keep quiet. Then when you the spell.
I was turning on my mic and then Sharon said because I was almost thinking of an example.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right.
Mine is next actually after that.
Okay. So let's go. Let's go to Sharon. What do you want us to? You want the weather, but I don't know how to go about it. So let's please guide me.
If today is rainy.
Okay. You lied to us and we hear.
That's rain out of everything.
Hey, Fen has been on all
I
along.
know. Let me get my charger.
I've been on, but I'm just coughing a lot.
Do you have cough or is it an allergy?
From Congo.
She will get better. Castor COVID is not yet back. So we can't be confused.
Okay. We can say if when we can create we can create two variables, one for a rainy day and one for a hot day.
Okay. Okay. Rainy day. Okay, and what value shall we give it?
It's rainy.
I think we should go an idea here. Let's compare temperatures. Like if the temperature is below certain degrees, maybe it's rainy. And yeah.
Okay. So temperature today. Thank you, sir. So, so what were the degrees today? I'm sure today it was not as hot as yesterday.
Yeah. Today wasn't very hot. So
we can do this. We
the
can do
degrees were around
26.
26.
No,
Okay.
26 is too much.
Okay, 18.
But what are we going to compare?
No,
That
it's
is
okay.
the question.
It's okay. So was yesterday it's like
28.
it was 70.
It's 70 what?
So now I'm gonna do what? I'm gonna say result equals to false. Then, because I want to show you something that you don't necessarily have to always print out, you know, when you do this ternary operator. So here we can say if we can compare, we can say result is equal to temperature of today greater or equal to yesterday to temperature of yesterday, then today is dead hot. Else yesterday was dead hot. Like no. Yesterday was hot like hell. So, and then down here we can do what? Down here we can bring a paragraph and say we want to output result. That that and so we can say here, let me bring these things over here, copy them, bring them down and say and say yesterday was, what should I put here where I've highlighted?
We don't see your screen.
Hey, you don't see my screen.
Yesterday.
Hold on.
We are seeing your.
I'm seeing.
You are seeing it.
I can also see.
No, it was your
my
home
desktop.
screen.
My home.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Now it's okay, I think. Okay. So yeah, someone was saying what should I put here? Someone is voice is low. Temperature yesterday. Okay. But the person who brought the scenario, where is she right now?
Coughing. She was coughing.
No, the one who is coughing, I think was Ifeni.
Hey.
Sorry?
When it gets hot, you disappear.
Temperature today.
Yeah, so we are going to output yesterday was, so degrees, what, Celsius. Also this one,
Celsius.
Degrees. Celsius.
Celsius.
Degrees Celsius. Okay. Now we are going to set the result. Okay, let's just output it. I thought would output it better than so. Yesterday was 28 degrees Celsius. Today is 21 degrees Celsius. Yesterday was hot like hell. I think we've covered everything that I wanted us to cover in terms of the ternary operator. You know, the first two scenarios, we were just echoing out the result. But the last scenario, we have assigned the result to a variable called result. And we first gave the variable a false result value, but we can even remove it and still it will work. You know, still it will work. There's no reason why you put the false. Yeah, you see it's still working. So guys, I think we can call it a night. I never expected today's session to be this long.
But we can continue it also next time we meet. It's very interesting.
Yeah, things are becoming, I think the brain is now gripping on, and things are gonna be marvelous. All right, any questions, any comments before we say, you know, before we wish each other good nights?
Thank you.
I'm just grateful.
Two people
Something
spoke.
I wanted to inquire, David. When you are creating a blog section, or let's say on a page in PHP.
On a page.
Yes. And you want to put in the information like a ternary operator. Like for it not to appear like as it is appearing on as it is appearing from the browser.
If you want, do you want to say, I don't know if I get it. Do you want to say if you want to output? Is that what you mean? If you want to output code on the browser, is that what you mean?
Yes. but on a block section, let's say not on a page, but let's say on its own block section.
Yeah. So you want to know how you do it?
Yeah. Like for instance, this information, and you want to put it in a small, let's say, a block section.
In a window. Let's say you have a web page which has many much content, then somewhere in the middle you want to illustrate.
Yeah.
Yeah, there should be something special that you can use to do that. I've forgotten what, but there should be something. Because there's a tag called the code, but I think that works on HTML. However, let me see because I know this is not gonna spoil my computer, so I just test out things. So I don't know what this one will output, but let me see. If it doesn't, I'll research and tell you. Yeah, you see, it has not. Instead, it has output, but I know you wanted here to be able to see the PHP code. Is that what you mean?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, so I've forgotten what, but it's there. So I'll let you know. I think also there's something called a printf statement. I believe it can do it, but we can also try to do this output, print, show PHP code on the browser or in the browser, and how to display. So they say display highlighted source code using PHP highlight string function. Let's see. It's actually my first time to hear of this. So I can there's use highlight string function. Where's the example? So below is the syntax of this function. So he has put this. Oh, that's amazing. Now that's why it's good that I didn't even know, because at the end of the day, it would make life harder for some people because we've not covered some things called functions, but it's all right. Let's see how we're gonna do this. So we would write highlight what? Highlight string. Then we would put PHP here, and then we would put this, and we'll do that, and we'll do that. So where is it putting an highlight? Where did I go wrong? I don't know, but I'll just go and test in the browser. Error. Yeah, there is an error. There's an error somewhere. I think I did not write that with the correct syntax. Oh, I see. I had to put it in the string like this. Oh, so if I do that, okay, I have to use the double quotes because in the middle, there are single quotes. But still, I'm saying, okay, it has, I think now it's gonna work. So I refresh. It has not displayed the code at all. So I think show PHP source code using highlight file is I really need to check these functions they are telling us and be sure whether they are not obsolete, because I've run it, it does not brought any error, but it has not displayed the code. So Peter, I still have to research about your question.
It is okay. It is very okay.
All right, thank you. So anybody else?
But doesn't HTML have a tag?
For outputting code?
Yeah.
That tag, I think, it should be, I think, the pre, but I don't think that it works for, I don't think it works for PHP code. It should be displaying HTML and JavaScript and CSS codes. But server side, oh, by the way, I see an error here because it was saying highlight and I used iglite, you see, eh? So let me test with this. Yeah, Peter, there you go. Peter, are you there?
Yes, I am, but I am still seeing as if you're scrolling. I think I have a lag on my network, but it's getting, I'm going to see.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah, but wow, that is interesting.
Yeah, so what we've done is, you see, it can be a bit confusing because you can see two PHPs in one statement, but it's because this one, highlight string, is known as a function, a PHP inbuilt function. We shall look at functions and you understand functions. So as of now, you may just start using it how you see it, try and it fails until when you get it, and until when we shall get to functions and you understand it better.
Okay. Oh, that's great.
All right. Thank you. Yeah. So, yeah. So, Peter, are those your concerns?
Yes, it was.
All right. Thank you very much. So, anyone has something to say? I want to run away.
Maybe I'll ask this on a Saturday because it seems broader. It's actually applied to web layouts in WordPress.
Okay, so that's not just PHP, right?
It's
so
part of PHP. It's the whole essence. But I'll ask it because you have to run away.
Yeah, it's already 10. And I think we started at, that's an hour and a half. Is that an hour and a half?
2 hours. We started at 8.
Yeah, well, damn it. Yeah, those are 2 hours. Yeah, sir. Okay. Yeah, so I think, Peter, you can reserve it for the next session. So, and next session, we are going to look at conditional statements. Yeah, we are growing faster. Yes. So we are growing faster. We looked at comments, we've looked at operators, the arithmetic, the comparison, the conditional statement. Now the ternary operator, I mean, and now we are going to look at condition statements. And then we shall look at other things like arrays, loops, functions, files. Oh, I don't know. It's becoming sweeter and sweeter. All right. So I think, unless, oh, Fanny, please don't forget to give these people the attendance form. We need to, because all of you, you owe me. You decided to disappear in the festival week. So make sure. You were available, but because the majority were not available, the food was too much.
Yeah, me, I was an auntie.
Yeah, there's no problem. Being an aunt and disappearing from the class are two different things. You were an aunt to somebody.
Yes, students.
I put for them movie.
Yep.
So just make sure you share that link so that today we don't assume that people did not appear.
Here is the link, guys.
Yeah. And,
Thank you for today's session.
Oh, you are welcome, Sharon. If that's...
I used to see people using the ternary operator, and they would never say it's a ternary operator. They would just do their thing. I used to see on YouTube, and I be like, this is an easier way. Now, yeah. Is it? Why is it what? Why is it? They would just say it's an easier way to do
something, to do an if
yeah.
statement.
Yeah. And I would
can't
think, yes, it's a shortcut, it's easy, but it's just not making sense at that time.
Yeah,
A
I can
person is too
imagine.
quick. A tutorial at that time, a person wants to achieve what they want achieved. They're not gathering whether you're getting. So they're not actually explaining from first principles. Someone advanced can pick it up, but a beginner can get confused.
I agree with you. I totally
Totally
agree with you. You are welcome. Yeah. So what happens is that with the programming languages, I prefer that even if it's project based, I prefer that people learn the basics and grasp them, the theory behind, and the importance and the purpose behind the existence of these things. Because if you just go all over, you can even build a project and it performs poor, You can build a project, people see things, but when they go to your project, it's too slow. You don't know how to fix it, but it's because there are certain things like if you buy an HTML template, I mean a PHP template or a WordPress template that has been developed by a poor programmer, you can fail to customize it.
I think, David, I would agree with
very
that.
right.
Because even I had that same issue when I was designing my first client's website. I had the issues that I had to go look for snippets, and then you find it hard to understand what this is for. You just have to follow tutorials. So whatever it gives you, it gives you. So until you give it broader time and learn the functionality, it serves a lot.
Wow. Thank you, Peter. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you very much, and Sharon. So, so, and who is Henry and Stephen on? David?
Yeah, I'm on.
I think
Yeah,
Henry
yes.
is off. So, guys, you have no comments?
For me, it has been a good session.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I've learned some new things, and then seeing that the ternary operator is similar to the one in JavaScript is good.
Yeah, it's encouraging. So for you, the only thing is maybe the dollar sign, but then you know that the dollar sign did not start of a variable.
Yes.
Yeah, basically, I would say that the purpose of PHP is different from JavaScript, but they relate a lot in syntax. They relate a lot in syntax. All right. So thank you, David, for the feedback. All right. So yeah. So I think I should wish you a good night. Thank you for attending today's session. The system I'm using is a virtual environment system. So I'm failing to copy code, which is more than one file, because I wanted to copy it to the Flash so that I zip it and send it to you. So it seems like I have to implement JIT and push it on my JIT and then show you how to get it from there, or else I'll find a solution and then send it to you guys. Yeah. just to know that all the code we've written, I have it and I'll send it to you.
Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye.